What's up? What's up? Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back to the Sorry Shoe Podcast. We here. Y'all see the title? Goodz. This is Jae Millz with new diss song. So some of us have been asking for it. I'm one of them. Some people just like already what's been happening with DNA and Jae Millz. And I said on a previous stream, and I said, how do we figure out how to get Goodz into the battle without it looking like some 2v1 type shit? And the first time I said that, I even got some comments that was just like, nah, ARP, you forgot. Ron Brown's he dissed DNA. He jumped into the battle. Then I hit somebody up behind the scene, and they kind of told me like that's not really being considered, like jumping in 2 versus 1 in that direction because DNA dissed Ron Brown's first, and then plus to my knowledge, Ron Brown's and Goodz is cool, but I guess Goodz thought about it, and at this point he's just like, I am part of all this, of how all this shit started. Let me go ahead and create a song. But I'm glad he didn't just throw out like a regular freestyle. He went all out. Okay. So let's check the video. Let's peep the production. Let's see the videos. Let's, of course, most importantly, listen to the bars. And then we're going to rank this amongst everything that's come out so far and see how we feel overall about the battle thus far, because I've been asking for it. I ain't the only one. So Goodz, it's on you now. All right. If y'all haven't heard it, here we go.
There is time. You gotta come outside. This is one of them.
My question is, does Goodz jumping?
The city is lit right now. Where are you at?
The regular battle rappers who's not doing anything, and then there's Goodz. His work ethic is kind of second to none.
You ain't too close to get the city lit.
Whatever you be having in your mind, I'ma crush that right now.
Let the fucking games begin.
What's a wolf to a lion? Was a mouse to a giant.
Build it up, nigga. Build it up.
They being fair.
They gon' talk about it. They gon' hate on you, but they don't know what it takes.
Build it up.
That's okay.
Get that beat drop.
When you broke, that's when they let you more. I'ma get right to it, nigga. Me, I let that money talk. Show you how to do this, nigga. Friend of me or frenemies? Right out, don't go move out, nigga. Friends become enemies. I seen shout-outs turn to shootouts, nigga. Whoa. These diamonds dancing, mood of light. If she take care of you, then tell me who's the man and who's the wife. I be snapping in the field, nigga. Riding from afar. You see me rapping behind the wheel.
Nah. Goodz. Was that a shot? Was it a shot? You're a real guy. You're a real man. You don't got to say it publicly. Text me. I need to know if that was a shot. No bullshit, no lying, no throwing rocks and hiding your hands. If it was a shot, I need to know, was that a shot? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Because they have their little odds here and there. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? I'm going to bring it back just in case y'all missed it.
You how to do this, nigga. Friend of me or frenemies? Right out, don't go move out, nigga. Friends become enemies. I seen shout-outs turn to shootouts, nigga. Whoa. These diamonds dancing, mood of light. If she take care of you, then tell me who's the man and who's the wife. I be snapping in the field, nigga. Riding from afar. You see me rapping behind the wheel. I'm in $100,000 car. We don't make the checks. We make the checks. Little broke dummies got so much money I don't pay respect, huh? And this shit is pathetic. Why you living in your past? I'm buying gifts in my present.
See, they hurt till you can't feel. And if you don't feel pain, then it ain't real. I said they hurt till you can't feel. And if you don't feel pain, then it ain't real.
What's a wolf to a lion?
Can't compete with the king when he's silent. They gon' talk about you.
I like the little clips mixing in. Little lifestyle type clips mixing in. I like that.
What's a wolf to a lion? What's a mouse to a giant?
They gon' talk about it.
They don't hate on you, but they don't know what it takes. That's all.
Come on. Gotta go more though.
New
Need
wins,
more.
old losses. Was money dreaming. Watching the wheels spin on them old Porsches. It's funny even. I'm almost a mil in. I can show portions. Guess the workers get mad when you friends with their old bosses, huh? And let's not talk about that shop of mine.
I was waiting for some more direct shots. Second verse, they're there. They're clear. First verse was like smoothing into the whole opening up the can, like, but the second one, clear shots. All right. Because if you didn't do that, then it's just like, nigga, are you trying to double dutch your way in, nigga? We ain't doing that. I like that. I like that.
They gon' talk about it.
They try to make like a boxing walkout theme song or some shit.
New wins from old losses. It was money dreaming. Watching the wheels spin on them old Porsches. It's funny even. I'm almost a $1 million. I can show portions. Guess the workers get mad when you friends with they old bosses, huh? And let's not talk about that shop of mine. Broke nigga, you gon' make me show my Shopify. No hater. Men don't block men in they phone player. Yeah, you made it in the game, but was a fucking role player. Wait, let me calm down for these frauds now. Still wearing big clothes. Talking about the trap, you the sore clown. Where's Big Bros? Tell him that he whack with a poor sound. Trying to gain reach, fat ass fall down. You probably cover more ground. To navigate where you going, you gotta quiet down. Y'all just be gassing these niggas to drive around. Well, it's cool, I got a few cars, nigga. You wanna find me, I'll be in Harlem at the juice bar, nigga. Yeah. Look.
And if you don't feel pain, then it ain't real. I said they hurt till you can't feel. And if you don't feel pain, then it ain't real.
What's a wolf to a lion? Can't compete with the king when he's silent.
Where he went? He went Goku right there, some
They
shit.
don't talk about you. They don't doubt your mood.
For the advertisement.
But they
I
don't
would
know
expect
the
nothing
war
less.
you've been fighting.
What?
What's a wolf to a lion? What's a mouse to a giant?
DNA. Okay. Showing his brother. I like that.
They
Beautiful
gon'
hat.
talk about it. They gon' hate
Not
on
funny.
you, but they don't know what it takes. That's okay.
Nice. G-Lock.
Guess the workers get mad when you friends with they old bosses, huh? And let's not talk about that shop of mine.
I don't know, Goodz. I might have to order me one. What colors these come in? I might have to order me one. What's the fit like? I don't do the overly baggy shit. Well, I'll do with the pants. So it depends. It depends. But what's the fit like on these? I might have to order me one or two of these. I don't know. How many colors of these you got? If I buy you out, I want them all within a week. All right, let's talk music. Let's talk music, people. Overall, I do like this song a lot. If I have to compare it to all the other tracks that have come out thus far, I'm not trying to give it this a reason to be in a different lane. Hear me out, people. When we think about diss tracks going back and forth, and I was texting somebody about this earlier, our mind goes straight to like a Takeover or Ether, or you know what I'm saying? I think musically, Goodz, he went in that lane and that direction the most from everything that dropped. It could have been tactical. It could have been. I don't know. He could speak to that. But it feels like what he made would be semi-war ready, semi-statement, almost industry baked. It's fitting of his image. It's fitting of something that could be spun and played in or without of just an all-out warfare, so to speak, right? Visually, I think he's giving that off. Like, obviously, he's taking the opportunity to promote his brands and all that type of shit. And visually, like, if this video just came on a regular, just spinning music video type of playlist, right? It would fit. It would fit. Now, some people might take points for that. Some people might be like, nah, this is a diss track. They feel like it is. And it's just like, nah, we just want the all-out diss Jae Millz, diss Jae Millz, diss Jae Millz. I feel like musically, he's the one that put the most range into this back and forth so far. He put range into it. But I will say this, Goodz, if Jae Millz bombs on you, you will have no choice but to get dirty then. When I say dirty, I mean the butter soft comes off. I don't care how much visuals you do and all that. You could keep the visuals crazy the way you did. This guy G-Lock that was behind the shit is dope. But if Jae Millz disses you, if he puts the black gloves on and all that and disses you the way he's been going at DNA, you can't do another one of these. I like this song right here for the come out, because tactically, even I said on a previous stream, I said, how do we get Goodz into the battle without it looking corny, without it looking like he's helping DNA, as if DNA is losing or something like that, right? So you got half the people that's going to say, no matter what, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Oh, Goodz, you had to jump in and DNA is losing, or you had to help your little brother out, or what. You're going to have half the people say that. And then you got half these other people that's been saying this whole time, where's Goodz? Where's Goodz? Where's Goodz? I'm on the side of where's Goodz. So if this is the walk-in, I like it. I like it because you also get to see the other person's hand a little bit more. It's tactical. It's fucking tactical. If he walks in like, then it's definitely, I mean, but instead, I think he went in a different more music ready type of approach, but saying, I'm here and I'm also going to send my shots. But that is my warning. If Jae Millz says, okay, now you get the all out ether type of shit, Goodz will be forced to get dirt. And you can't get dissed by Jae Millz now, Goodz, and then be like, I did what I did and I'm out. No. Because then it's going to fuck over this badly. I'm very, very in the liking with this video and this song right now for the moment. If Jae Millz gets dirty, you can't walk away. You can't walk away, and you can't do another song like this that's kind of like in the not in the middle, but more musically appealing. You got to get dirty too. I'm just saying. The butter soft comes off. Go stand on the fucking street corner and target the man with all out disrespect. That's what's going to have to happen. So on a scale from 1 to 10, tactically, that's a 9. I feel like I know what he kind of had to do a little bit. It's just my opinion. That's a 9. If I want to grade it amongst all the other ones, it's not going to come off like the last one that we graded for DNA. I think he went crazy. Even the Harlem Shake type shit that Jae Millz is dropping is not in his DNA. That shit. Diss track wise, this song is going to fall underneath that. But sonically, I love the way he stepped in. I love the way he stepped into this fucking battle. So, Jae Millz, you kind of could, if you came out and you really, really had some tough shit for Goodz right now, it would really put Goodz in a corner, and then Goodz would have to be on the defensive. His back would be to the wall, and he'd have to come out the right way. And I think that is, then we all get to say it feels even now. Now, Goodz and DNA, you guys figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, matter of fact, not even Goodz and DNA. Let me ask the chat. If Jae Millz responds to Goodz, does that mean that you don't want to see any more tracks for the moment from DNA and you just want to see Jae Millz and Goodz? Or is DNA allowed to drop a track right now without it looking weird or looking corny? How do y'all feel about that? Because they both got DNA and Goodz has to navigate. I predict that DNA and Goodz has to navigate this shit so it doesn't look like they jump in Jae Millz. And Jae Millz, you now have all the right to go grab if you want to. Turn it up. You got friends, right? Turn it the fuck up. Why the fuck not? Go do a co-song with Ron Browns now. Yeah, like why not? Like nobody said that there's rules to this shit. There's no rules in war, B. The fucking, you know how the rules of engagement type shit's gonna go, and the will to win on some 48 laws type shit is the willing to go beyond what the other man, what your op is willing to do. Who's got to get creative now? I want to see the creativity come out. So, all right, let me see some of these grades in here. I said for what it was, yeah. But you also heard when I said from a diss track standpoint, I do put it under the last 2 releases. But sonically, as a fully produced song, beat is crazy. Goodz is moving on it like he's supposed to. I like the shots that he threw in there. I like the content. He was Goodz. Like, what the fuck do y'all expect? Like, Goodz was Goodz. Like, don't we gotta. I'm not defending them like as far as like your opinions towards the track, anybody. But when somebody shows you who they are, like believe them. Like let's not try to ask Hitman to stop saying ball game. Don't ask Mook to stop saying easy. Don't ask Goodz to stop rapping about money. They've been doing it in front of us for 20 fucking years. The fuck you expect? So he did it his way. But at the same token, that's what I mean when I say, if Jae Millz says target now locked on Goodz, Goodz got to get dirty. And if he don't, he's going to take a bad L. Because Jae Millz has been going off. His production, his visuals, his bars have been that and then some. So if he targets Goodz now, Goodz got to fight for real. It won't be the whole, sonically pleasing type of radio shit. But this was dope to me, okay? This was dope to me. Let me look at a couple more chats and then I'm going to move on. No, not for all-out battle, Don Bean. I agree with you. Not for all-out battle. So Goodz gotta keep his eye on shit. And Jae Millz is gonna respond. Who we kidding? Jae Millz is gonna fucking respond, B. He's gonna respond. And he's gonna put pressure on Goodz to now step up to that type of shit. And we're here for it. So we got what we asked for. Everybody stop acting like we didn't want to see Goodz enter the battle. All right. He's here now. And now it's on Jae Millz. So shout out to Jae Millz, shout out to DNA, shout out to Goodz. Let's get it. Let me answer this super real quick before I move on. This shit sounds like music they play in Love and Hip Hop transitions. Yo, I'm telling you, it's not. He obviously didn't go for it either. I think it was a tactical type of track. I think it was. Look at some of the stories Goodz has been posting on his Instagram. He's been posting clips about people saying how, like he posted my clip, like how does he come in without people thinking that it's 2v1 type shit? And I think he did a tactical type of move. I think so. Jay says, sounds like a sound that would be played during a power scene. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It sounds like he went in that direction, right? Just can't do that on a comeback if Millz says, I bet. Can't. So we're going to see. Speaking of music real quick, before I get into the next topic, which is about to be Antonio Brown. Yeah, we're about to go there for a second. Before I get to Antonio Brown, I just left the gym. I don't even like sitting here like this right now. I need a little shower, but I needed to get this stream off because I got to step out in a second. So I said, I'm here, man. Fuck it. I just played the new Al Bial tape. I think it's been out for like a week in the gym just now. The name of it is Every Day is June 30th, I think. And if I'm not correct, I believe June 30th might represent when his brother passed away. He's been rapping about his brother Meech that passed since we met the guy, his whole career. It's a very painful filled type of tape. There's a couple joints in there that's just like more like war ready, but there's a lot of shit that's like bleeding his heart. I think all in all, he put on once. Al Bial has been one of the most consistent guys behind producing these tapes, man, for years. And I tweet, if you follow me on Twitter, he's got a song on there where he kind of snatches and remakes the Quiet Storm beat a little bit. And this shit is spooky. It's spooky as fuck, people. But go listen to the new Al Bial mixtape. All right. I also know from a different genre of music. I know Big Boogie got a new joint out too. I'm going to try to play that tomorrow in the gym. But yeah, shout out to Jersey. All right, let's go to Antonio Brown. Let's keep moving. Let's get some of this news off. Yeah. How long was he going to stay out the States? In his plan, maybe it was forever. Who the fuck knows, right? And I want to talk a little bit about extradition in a second, too. Antonio Brown in custody for attempted murder. Mugshot released. That's the mugshot. Okay? It's not like he was grabbed up looking different and not walking around with some Chi Ali dreads and nothing like that, right? But how far was he think that he's going? Any corner of the earth. This is America, and their jurisdiction is the earth. I'm going to tell you what I mean about that in a second. Antonio Brown is under arrest and back in the United States about 6 months after the former NFL superstar was accused of trying to shoot and kill a man at the Aiden Ross boxing event in Florida. TMZ Sports has told the 37-year-old AB was extradited this week with United Arab, whatever that is, Emirate, whatever authorities shipping the retired wideout back to the States from Dubai. where he was allegedly attempting to evade the reach of the American legal system. We're told Brown was accompanied by federal agents to the New York metropolitan area, where he was turned over to local police. He is scheduled to be sent back to South Florida, where the incident went down. This is the video from some of the behind the scenes, all the ruckus from that boxing event. This video, I mean, this picture right here is obviously pointing at an alleged gun in his hand. There's already video that we went over in previous streams when we heard the gunshots go off. There's a lot of different footage out there that's just like, dude, you might be in trouble here. But remember, he was arrested the night of and let go the night of, and then even made his way to Aiden Ross's stream and streamed about it, right? But when the alleged charges came down, either at the time or slightly before, that's when he skipped countries. I'll say allegedly, because, you know, I'm pretty sure him and his legal defense are going to say he was just out there vacationing. But wasn't he posting shit on his Instagram almost like he was doing the race? Allegedly, of course. But this was the person that he has history with that came out and pretty much outed him. Is this guy going to be interrogated? Was he already interrogated? Did he already speak with authorities? My guess is if he's willing to speak on the scene the night of to media or TMZ, he's damn sure willing to speak to authorities. And that doesn't make him a bad guy. He might just be a law-abiding, tax-paying citizen that maybe was shot at by Antonio Brown allegedly the night of, and he don't give a fuck about him. But let's do a quick recap. We're probably gonna fuck around and get an ad now that I think about it. Yeah. Are we good?
So last night you got into it with Antonio Brown, and the videos are flying all over the place. And his story, his perspective of what transpired is out.
His story is a half-truth. His story is a non-truth. He's a liar, man. I've been knowing AB since 2021. I have a judgment against AB for 180. And why would I want to even damage that by trying to reach for moissanite and fork metal chain? He's
that right there establishes alleged motive.
The liar. If you watch the video, everybody was attacking me. It was a 3v1. 3 dudes. The dude with the green hoodie was with AB. The other little Puerto Rican looking dude that was swinging the bat was with AB, and the rest was Aiden security. The guy that he kicked was Aiden security. All he was doing was pulling him away. So, you know, I saw him. I was in there for like a minute. I came to go support one of the Muslim boxers, and I was with Aki Wade, Rob Money. We took a picture outside. I walked in, and then I saw him 1 minute in, and it was up. You know, he stole it. He swung. He tried to swing on me, scratch my neck. You know what I'm saying? And then it just turned into a brawl from there.
I wonder what exactly started it. Did you give him a look? Was there like any indication
listen, I spent 40 days in the Dubai jail because we were out there for a Floyd Mayweather fight. He tried to defraud me out of a multi-pendant and a design that I was trying to go talk to. Well, I was going to talk to Floyd about being an ambassador for. I saved him from going to jail in Dubai. He came through with no shirt on, talking to the TSA, the equivalent of TSA customs people, cursing him out. I stepped in because I'm Muslim, greeted him with salam alaikum, let him know, look, he's in the company of Floyd Mayweather. He's a little crazy. I used the word majnoon, and after 40 minutes, they let him go. Long story short, you know what I mean? He gave me something to hold, but then he backdoored and called the police on me and then got me locked up. 3 years later, it came to a head at this Aiden Ross event, and all the cameras out. He went, got a gun, ran wild gunfire, and alhamdulillah, I was spared. So when he saw me, I just reminded him of the financial failure that he's been going through. And so he tried to steal off on me. His partners, you can watch the dude with the green hoodie taking off, just getting free shots in while me and AB tussling. You know what I'm saying? Then he went, got a gun, ran after me. I'm already put outside. He went, got a gun, shot wildfire, and we fight. He shot at me twice. Praise be to Allah, I wasn't hit. They got children out there selling candy, bro. He could have hit one of them kids. He runs into me after he shoot me. We tussling for the gun, fighting for the gun, all over the ground.
There's police here.
Police out there, bro. We holding on the gun for dear life. We both get up off the ground, and then he's when I look up, the police is pointing the gun at us. The sheriff is pointing the gun at us. That's when I throw my hands up. He runs inside, and that's when they run after him. That's why, I just left, and that's why he got detained, because all the kids were saying AB shooting. They went got him, but I wasn't there to give a statement, so I guess he lied to him and said whatever. Somebody tried to rob him, but if you look at the footage, you saw he swung first. Nobody reached for no chain. I didn't have no weapon. it's just falsehood. You feel what I'm saying? And he's out here slandering my name. Then he has the audacity to say he's gonna press charges.
What do you got to say to AB right now?
AB, your days are numbered. And however you want to take
He was
that. Not
right.
that your days are numbered in life, but the days of this ignorant, wild, foolish, reckless way of living cannot sustain you. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be in society living like this because you're going to harm somebody. You're going to harm yourself. You have children, man. Have some decency about yourself. Get some help. You took a new name and you went this one and he wanted me to teach him Islam in Dubai. I come back here, Hebrew Israelite. I don't know what's up with this guy. Look, some soul searching, brother. That's what you need to do. But that ain't my fault and that ain't my concern.
Well, heard from the man that was allegedly
called the police.
The man that was allegedly shot at 2 times, as per what he says. I mean, nobody believes that AB was out there in Dubai on this whole vacation for the last 6 months. But anyway, I pulled up in the background. Is Dubai a non-extradition country or location when it comes to the United States? It says no. Dubai, the United Arab Emirates. Why do I always fuck that up? But anyway, is not a non-extradition country. The UAE and the United States have an active extradition treaty signed in 1999 and in force since 2004. That means the principle, someone can be extradited from Dubai to the U.S. if they're wanted for crimes recognized under both countries' laws. Now, previously, I do remember also us seeing, even if it is a non-extradition country or location, that does not mean that they will not extradite, especially to the U.S., okay? Now, the U.S. historically is known, I guess some people would say bullies. If you say that to China, China would be like, yeah, right. Go ahead and try that shit. But the point that I'm really trying to make is that it's always been beneficial to many countries to just get along with the U.S., right? And if the U.S. is actively, especially if it's like a political criminal, right? You can go to a non-extradition country and they still might cooperate with the states. They still might. There have been other scenarios, though, where we saw people was like, damn, Brittany Griner's still in jail over there. Motherfuckers got to do trades and whatnot to try to get some of these people back to the states, right? So it does depend. But Dubai, especially, think about all the tourism money that they get from the states. You went there? Now, I get it. Dubai is a hot location to be. People want to be. If I got to leave the states and go re-up and live and build up my lifestyle at a new place, Dubai might be on the list, right? I get it. But there are certain places where you feel like, nah, them is straight opposite of states. They don't really have a lot of tourism or even, what else? What else? But then again, I can't even use like a China or whatever, because that import-export type of money between us and China, everything is made in fucking China, but yet we don't necessarily get along the most either. I don't know. I'm not saying China's a good location. I don't know. I still will always use the example allegedly of Steven Seagal out in Russia, right? Allegedly, but caught them child-related cases or whatever and said, peace. Y'all not putting me in jail. Been over there. Does Russia ever want to come? Now that's high profile, right? That's a whole celebrity. Would they ever want to comply with the states to send somebody back? I don't know. But Dubai, AB, you see what just happened, okay? So it was a matter of time. It just seemed like 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. It just is what it is. And if AB has been living this reckless lifestyle, all the footage that's out on this situation, we done seen things where it's like, don't jump out the window. But if you got to put a judgment out there right now, it's not looking good for him at all. All right. Now, sticking with alleged sports screw-ups. Alleged. I saw this post, being that we've been covering Gervonta Davis a lot lately, being that the fight with Jake Paul is off. You saw what Jake Paul said when he called into Aiden Ross's stream. You seen the tweet that he put out publicly, pretty much defaming the shit out of Gervonta Davis and calling out his domestic dispute situation that there's a lawsuit in for recently. He even alleged that there's footage of it. Okay, if that hits the net, it's a whole different ball game for this fucking guy, because the visual aspect always heightens things for these celebrities, right? But look at this one. What's wrong with Gervonta Davis? Some of his history. I'm going to say allegedly for all of this, of course, but the hit and run case 2020 through 2023. In November 2020, Davis crashed a Lamborghini Urus into another car in Baltimore, injuring 4 people, including a pregnant woman. He fled the scene, later pled guilty. Pled guilty. You're lucky for fleeing the scene, pregnant woman and all that, and he didn't get jail time behind that. That's sometimes what money do. I don't remember that case, but you lucky you still outside for having to plead guilty to something like that. I bet you a nice plea deal was in play there. We'll research it later on, maybe. In May 2023, he was sentenced to 90 days for home detention, 3 years probation. I wonder if that's this. No, that was 2020. This was 2023. 200 hours of community service. He violated the sentence and spent 44 days in jail. So he even got in trouble even while he was out, it seems. Okay. Domestic violence incidents, plural, it says. Davis has faced multiple allegations of domestic violence over the years. February 2020, caught on video grabbing a woman by her collar at a charity basketball game in Miami. That's the one that I keep referencing as far as footage already being out on how he behaves sometimes in public, let alone what people do in private. All right. December 2022, arrested in Florida for allegedly striking a woman who said he's going to kill me. The case was later dropped. Okay. The Father's Day incident. What's up with y'all getting into some of this type of shit on holidays? But then again, Father's Day, maybe that's you getting into it with your BM because it's supposed to be an exchanging of the kid. What father doesn't want to see their child if he's a father? If you don't want to see your child at least on Father's Day, you're not a father, you're a dad. You're a sperm donor. But Father's Day incident 2025. June 15, 2025, Davis allegedly assaulted his ex-girlfriend, the mother of his children, during the Father's Day argument. Reports claim that he hit her on the head and threw an object. He was arrested on July 11th in Miami Beach and charged with misdemeanor battery. The alleged victim later withdrew her complaint. Okay. The fallout with Jake Paul, fight canceled. A Netflix broadcasted fight between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis scheduled for November 14th. 7 days away, people, was canceled. Jake Paul publicly called him a walking human piece of garbage, accusing him of unprofessionalism and abuse. Paul's team is now searching for a new opponent, potentially Andre Ward. That's all. That's all. I just want to continue to remind us that we're not just covering his alleged BS related to Jake Paul. We're saying if you got a history and any of this is true, you are allegedly or possibly a shitty person, and you don't know how to learn a lesson despite all your blessings that you've been given. Born talent-wise, reaching the top. Some people say money, success. You got the cars, the houses, the women, the jewelry, everything that a lot of these motherfuckers are kill over. You have. And the pattern is like, this is past a mistake or a second chance. You just keep. That's where the sympathy is lost. But let's move on. All right. We're still in sports, people. Third in a row in the sports world. Let's show some sympathy here, though. You know, rest in peace. They're alleging that this young Cowboys player, that this was possibly a suicide. So we see the headlines of all of this. Marshawn texted family goodbye. Girlfriend said he'd end it all. Dispatch audio reveals. Man, TMZ Sports has obtained police dispatch audio connected to Marshawn Kneeland's death, which reveals the Dallas Cowboys player told his family goodbye in an apparent mental episode. If you or someone you know is struggling or in a crisis, help is available. And they give a phone number for this. Man, what was he, like 24 years old?
We're talking to the girlfriend. She's trying to call his agent, but we're trying to get him to call him first. But she's saying he is armed and has a history of mental illness, and her quote was, "He will end it all."
Good copy. You probably ran back to the car to get the gun.
Damn.
Important. If she calls him, we'll let you know. Good copy.
All right, y'all do me a favor. Everybody stay with a buddy. Don't go looking alone. This guy is armed.
President, they just received a text from him, a group text from him saying goodbye. They're concerned for his welfare. They do not have a key to the apartment.
Davis said I copy. I advised on this call. We were just out there. There's nobody at the apartment. I'll contact him by phone.
We have a lieutenant calling in from Plano advising that the NFL is calling Plano PD and the subject is texting his family goodbye.
We're talking to the girlfriend. She's trying to call his agent, but we're trying to get him to call him first. But she's saying he is armed and has a history of mental illness, and her quote was, "He will end it all."
Good copy. You probably ran back to the car to get the gun.
When they say he has a history of mental illness, I wonder what they mean by that. You know, like, I got to be sensitive with this. I'm not speaking about Marshawn here. I mean in general. Because remember, mental illness it's more of a new era type of terminology. Like, I'm an 80s baby. I didn't grow up with that. You know, if you would have said mentally ill back in the 80s or back in the 90s, we probably would interpret that as like a mental defect, you know, like as if you don't have it all there, maybe some type of imbalance, hormonal or genetic, things like that is where we would interpret. Today, mental illness means so much more. Mental illness even encompasses emotional distress, right? People literally can go through it with like their family or a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and they decide to hang it up, you know. And people that go through that, they still say like, check on that person's mental health. For me, I just be checking on people in a situation like that, and I just think of it like, are you okay? Emotions are emotions. Be like, there are people that just sometimes they get to those positions where they feel like this is the easiest route for me. You know, I only know one person from my childhood, one person over my whole lifespan that I knew personally that committed suicide. Rest in peace, Billy Turkis. He's a white kid, and as he got a little bit older in school and all that, he was kind of like that gothic type vibe. You know, the long black drapey jackets and all that. I ain't trying to say no trench coat mob, none of that. I'm not trying to say that, but more gothic or whatever. And I never really knew all the details behind it where he, you know, he hung himself. You know, he hung it up. And it's just like, wow. But fast forward, you take somebody like this, 24 years old, and you make it to the NFL. And they're saying there might be a history that he has of this. So is he just like emotionally vulnerable, or is it really like something that is off with him? I don't know. I seen this as well. And I do agree, y'all. Sometimes we gotta check on each other and check on our peoples. But this was more like a news report. So he allegedly went on a run or something as well. Let me see this one.
Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Kneeland had died at the age of 24.
We are now getting new information on his death from authorities who are reporting that the NFL player's death happened after a police chase. Texas DPS says officials attempted to stop a vehicle for a traffic violation late last night on the Dallas North Tollway near Keller Springs Boulevard. Texas DPS says the driver refused to stop and sped away. Troopers then lost sight of that vehicle, but it was found later on abandoned after the crash. Frisco police and K-9 units responded and assisted DPS troopers looking for that subject. DPS says the subject was found in the area around 1:30 this morning with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. We now know that subject was Marshawn Kneeland. This is a developing story.
Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Kneeland.
Just gotta assume, respectfully, just gotta assume that the suicide wasn't only over you possibly about to get in trouble and then invading police. Like, it's got to be more than that, man. It has to be. It has to be. And his family, once again, is already saying that he has a history of some of this stuff, right? So more will probably come out. Very unfortunate. But Marshawn first attracted attention in high school. Kneeland's football career started at an early age. talented young man. Kneeland's skills on the field put him in the sights of many recruiters. He spent 2 seasons in the NFL. Kneeland's career in the NFL kicked off in 2024 when he was picked up by the Cowboys, America's team, right? In the second round of the 2024 NFL draft, the athlete was selected to play defensive end and played 11 games during his rookie season. It's more than half of the year, right? Outside of the playoffs. Although he missed 6 games due to injury, according to the Cowboys' official website. Kneeland stayed on for the 2025, playing for 7 games. He recorded his first career touchdown on Monday night, November 3rd. Oh, my God. That was a couple days ago? He scored his first TD a couple days ago. 4 days ago when the Cowboys took on the Cardinals. Marshawn died from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Kneeland's career came to a screeching halt days later when he died at the age 24 in a violent incident. The football player was reportedly involved in a traffic pursuit in Frisco, Texas, just outside of Dallas, when the officers attempted to pull him over for just a traffic violation, it's saying. That's it. But, sometimes people run for traffic violations if they feel like there's going to be more at stake for them. I'm not trying to put that on him. God knows if there was more going on with him at the time. But you want to assume if there's not more going on with you, if a cop is just pulling up on you and you straight, license, registration, nothing crazy in the car, I ain't drunk and none of that, all this, you know what I'm saying? Pull over, what you got me for? Speeding, not coming to a full stop, not putting on my blinker when I turn, whatever, give me my ticket. But respectfully, I just don't want to over-speculate. Kneeland reportedly crashed his car and fled on foot. What the fuck? His body was later found inside a portable restroom with what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He got out and ran on foot? The Cowboys issued an official statement regarding his death, describing him as a beloved teammate and member of our organization. It can't be because he had a gun. If that was the case, when he got out and he ran, he would have just ditched the gun. No need for me to over-speculate, people. Rest in peace. More news will come out. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. We got to check on our peoples. We definitely got to check on our peoples. That's the best I could say. I'm going to leave it there. All right. Let me try to change the vibe a little bit. What's up with your man, B? Yo, Kanye to be an all-out sucker when he's just around certain people. My opinion. You turn to you're like Jello when you're just around people that you want to kiss up to. It's just are you the man or not? Self-proclaimed as far as his arrogance. That's what I mean when I say, are you the man or not? Let me try not to overlook. Let me at least see if this shit feels genuine, because I haven't even played it fully. I saw it, I banked it. I said, we'll talk about it later. Kanye sat down with a rabbi to apologize to his community, blame it on his bipolar disorder. Okay.
Feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability. I was dealing with some various issues, dealing with bipolar also. So it would take the ideas I had and having taken them to an extreme where I would forget about the protection of the people around me and myself. So I wanted to come and take accountability. Sometimes people aren't that knowledgeable about the bipolar and the cause or what causes it and the way you act when you have this disease. So it's like if you left the house and you left your kid at the house and your kid went and messed up the kitchen and messed up the garage and messed up the living room. Now when you get back, it's your responsibility because that's your child. And that's the way I look at it. It's like, I got to go clean up the kitchen. I got to clean up the living room. I got to clean up the garage. Yeah, and it's a big deal for me as a man to come and take accountability for all the things that I've said. And I really just appreciate you embracing me with open arms and allowing me to make amends. And this is the beginning and the first steps and the first brick by brick to build back the strong walls. I feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take.
I'm glad it's over. Then you got the nerve to use my brick by brick shit at the end. I can't stand this guy. I can't fucking stand this guy. Early on, one thing that he did was he spoke in past tense. I was. He didn't say I am. Is bipolar curable? Let me. It's pissing me off. Is bipolar? I just want to use his words. Condition curable. I don't know. Let's see. I'm curious. Is it curable? Bipolar disorder is not considered curable, but it is highly treatable and manageable with the right combination of care. Yeah, because it's brain related stuff. No, he said past tense. All right, let me not pick on his words too much there. The only reason why I did that is because I think he's such a manipulative speaker and talker that I do pay attention to his fucking words and his super explanation and then his analogies of use like the chat. Like, I don't believe him. I don't believe that was genuine at all. And what pisses me off about Kanye, I'll never fuck with this. What really pisses me off about this fucking guy is how much it appears that you always suck dick and kiss up to non-black people. There you go. You could have had your all white lives or all lives matter t-shirt on that was so controversial. You could have had it on at that or whatever, but you seem to really, really kiss ass to non-black people. I don't know if can I see you holding the hands of like a black righteous leader or speaker? Because when you get out there with somebody that's righteous or whatever, some of our own from the same culture that you come from, motherfucker, not just black, but hip hop, you'll treat somebody like Sway. You'll treat him like that. Why? Because he's beneath you. He doesn't have as much money or as much power as you. Because when they have more power than you, you suck up. You suck up. Trump, you want a photo op in the lobby. You want your opportunity to speak. This rabbi, whatever, who that these people did nothing. He did nothing. You holding hands of a man that did nothing for your career. Nothing. Some of the biggest contributors to who you are today, you'll diss their children like a Jay-Z. You'll diss their children online. Why you suck dick of these of the high-powered Jews and whatnot? Why? How about starting home first? Where's your apology to all the black folk and black people who upheld your career and was a big part of making you who the fuck you are today, apologizing to us first? When you go out there and you do this anti-black shit, or when you get on your fucking interview with academics and you put on a Ku Klux Klan outfit, motherfucker, or when you walk around with swastika medallions, can we get an apology for that too? Because history also shows that we died over there in Germany as well. And based on America's history of what black people went through, right? I know you want to say shit like slavery was a choice, but you hurt a lot of people. Where's that apology? You kiss ass to these motherfuckers. You don't want to clean up your own yard, though. You don't want to represent your own cult. You want to go put the blue eye contacts back in, don't you? How you fuck with this guy as a man? Go kiss up some more. You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe your apology. And I kind of want to attack you for the bipolar stuff too, but I just want to respect people's mental position so much that I don't want to offend people in general. So I'm going to leave that alone. But I just think he's a full of shit person. So let's drop it. I'm gonna go to this topic last, and now I'm coming over to the supers, folks. The game. I thought this was interesting. Screw made this more interesting to me when I first saw the shout out to Screw, the homie Screw, friend of the channel. He's the one that made me turn it into a topic. So it starts here. The game is offering half off on features. You investing? Question mark with an emoji.
Hey, check it out. All independent artists from around the world, I don't care where you from, DM the GOAT, get you a motherfucking murdered out verse, nigga. All right? ASAP, not playing. Fuck with all the motherfucking weird ass blogs saying all these hating niggas with my name in their mouth saying every day. If you pay for a verse, that bitch getting murdered, you gonna get it back ASAP. And niggas be mad. Niggas don't want to see y'all independent artists. They don't want to see y'all come up. That's why niggas don't never reach down and grab niggas, up and coming artists and independent artists and do shit for them. Niggas want y'all to stay in the mud. You know what I'm saying? I was there. I've been an underground artist. I sold my motherfucking mixtape. I sold my demo. I slept in my car. I did everything I had to do to get on. So me, I'm looking out for independent artists, and I ain't gonna never stop that shit. These other niggas, they don't want to reach down and pull y'all out the mud. They want y'all to stay down there, my nigga. Niggas selfish, but me, I got you. Hey, check it out.
Hey, Chuck, man. I fuck with Chuck. I fuck with Chuck, man. I fuck with the game. Shout out to the game. That Instagram right there, if you stand on that, and if you genuine 1,000 about that, then salute. Helping your local, or not even your local, but your fellow up-and-coming artists, because we've all been there. Everybody that is successful today comes from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Or hopefully, I shouldn't say hopefully, because you can be born into shit. You can be given certain opportunities in certain positions, and I don't hate on that neither. But a lot of people work their way in some form into their areas of success. And you never want to forget how some of us started and what we were able to achieve. The grind is the grind. So if you mean that, homie, shout out to the game. But this shit made me just feel different for a hot second. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Screw once again. It made me think about a different angle. So when I read Screw joint here, says long but important tweet for artists, and he's responding to this game post. It says, up and coming artists do not pay for this verse. Flat out, it's bold, straight to it. This smells like a very common predatory scam that major artists do. First off, you might not even get the verse, or if you do, it might be a verse he's given to 100 different people. Also, he says nothing about clearing the verse, which is another scam major artists do. So you might pay for the verse, actually get it, and not be able to drop it. Also, the point of getting a game feature is to look like he rock with you or co-sign you. If we all know he giving these away like air just for a bag, it's not going to mean the same thing, especially if 150 other artists pop up with the game features. He most likely won't help you push the song or even acknowledge it, even if he charged $5K, which is probably way more than that. You'd be better off dropping a song on yourself and using that $5,000 to buy YouTube, Facebook, IG, and or Twitter ads. Invest in yourself. These niggas don't give a goddamn about you until you pop it. Very interesting take from Screw. There's 1,000% a lot. I don't know how it pertains to games specifically, but there's absolutely a lot of truth in what this man just said. Now, it makes you think about game, since that's the topic. It makes you think like, game, if you stand on that genuinely, you know, one, would you be giving people the same verse? I hope not. If 100 people hit you up for that and said, yo, $5,000 a pop, would everybody get their own verse? Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Let's not try to hold game to that whole shit, that stigma that he got, where every time he does a freestyle, there's like videos, compilations of it. Like it's always the same verse. Like we've seen that a million times. Like, damn, gang, you keep rapping that shit. But listen, everybody gets a unique verse. Cool. The promotion standpoint of it. Now, you get a game or a high profile rappers verse. Some people might say, here, take that, go run, right? It's never that easy. It's never that easy. You know, like on the battle rap side, I'm about to battle Charlie Clips, which means that I'm about to be the man now. It's got to still be presented a certain way. Will it be promoted? Will it be on a certain platform? Will Clips push it? Will, you know, all of that comes with it to make it actually work for you as the up and comer. No different in the industry. So will Game post it? Will he put it on a story? Will he help you? Will he show up for a video if you offer him maybe an extra bag to come do a video for the song? But most importantly, to Screw's point, will you clear it? Is it Dirk or no, it's Vaughn, right? Won't clear the verses. It is a known scam that motherfuckers even rap about out there, like not clearing verses. You hear it with some of the biggest rappers, like the complaints come their way from people in the industry, like, yo, he didn't even clear the verse. All right, so I'm walking around with this celebrity, high profile rapper's verse, and I can't monetize it. You know, I don't even know from a record label standpoint if you got me in a position where not only can I not drop it, but fuck around, I get in trouble for even, you know what I'm saying, for moving or working this shit. So that really is something to remind people should be a part of the deal, clearing the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Now, coming off of Screw shit, Screw's the one that makes you start turning the wheels as far as the alleged scams that's out there. And once again, I don't want to put it on Game's jacket, but this did come out this year, homie. For example, the Game loses California home to SA accuser over $7 million debt. This article right here is posted by Vibe May 6th. We do remember these reports that were coming out. We covered it. The whole podcasting and blogging world covered it, right? Fast forward, you got to remember stuff like this. And hopefully this isn't the real ambition behind posts like that from the Game. And I'm not trying to knock the hustle. I'm just saying, when you say those type of words, Game, you got to stand on it and hopefully not have any of these ambitions behind the scenes that these artists that look up to you don't get blindsided by or tricked by. The Game has officially lost his California mansion as a result of a year-long legal battle to Priscilla Rainey, a woman who accused the rapper of SA a decade ago. According to All Hip Hop, a judge recently ordered the sale of property to help satisfy a $7.13 million judgment awarded to Rainey back in 2016. Okay. Rainey, who was a contestant on She Got Game, yada, yada, yada. Some of us remember the story, right? I'm just saying, Game, don't fuck up your credibility, because when you put up the promotional posts like that, those words will be hung on to by these young, ambitious artists thinking that this is their shot. You know, and once you get the reputation of scamming, you don't really deserve to lose it, you know? So if this is true support, shout out to the Game. If it's not, artists, make sure you get paperwork. Why not? Why not? Get paperwork, get it cleared, get all these things if you're going to spend your money. And that's with everybody, not just the Game. All right. I know we had some of these earlier while we were playing the song. Sounds like a sound that would be played during the power scene, specifically Tommy. So that was when we was playing a good track. This shit sounds like music they play in Love and Hip Hop Transitions. That was once again about the Goodz track. Jay also says, remember what Surf's man yelled at Calico? That shit. Jay, you don't fuck with Goodz track either? I saw a couple people that fuck with it, a couple people that don't. It's cool. Like, Goodz is always going to get mixed reviews on a lot of stuff that we seen him do over time. I think he's used to that. Like I said, I like the track. I just want him or anybody else to understand, if Jae Millz goes this mode in response to that, he's got to get dirty. He can't put out a song like that again. That's the entry, I think. Major, what's good, homie? Good to see you. OG over here. Member for 26 months. He drops off a salute. Salute back to you, my guy. 26 months, man. Shit. Oh, speaking of the members, did you see the release earlier? Charlie Clips versus Shuni is now out on the channel, exclusively available to members. If you're a non-member on the channel, don't worry about it. We got you. But I'll probably give it like a week, week and a half, at most 2 weeks before I drop it to the general public on YouTube. But right now, members, you got a new battle on the RBE channel to go watch. Very, very funny moments in this battle. All right, Shuni and Clips. Some shit that I was watching today because I watched it this morning for the first time. Both of them had moments that had me laughing for at least 30 seconds plus. I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of comedy in there, some good bars, some good moments. Very, very solid performance from both of you guys. I appreciate you, Shuni and Clips. Very fun battle, so I appreciate y'all. And shout out to the whole bread movement. Shout out to Wing, Qua over there. Y'all did y'all thing, but once again, that was the battle that I sponsored, which is why it dropped here on the RBE channel. Okay, so go check that out, members. DNA Never Been Outside, mic drop. Definitely a dope track from Jae Millz. I got a reaction video to that on the channel earlier this week. Go check it out if y'all haven't seen it. DNA and Jae Millz are doing their thing. I love this stuff so far. I love it. Jay says, starts freestyle, red rose, white ceilings. What was that? What was that? I forget what that is, Jay. You said that about 8 minutes ago. Damn, I forget what that was. My bad, Jay. Mr. Wavy, hi, I'm Wavy, says, salute ARP, whatever time you live, we locked in. Salute, G. Appreciate you. Yes, we afternoons now, Monday through Friday. Saturdays and Sundays, a little bit more flexible too. I'm trying to hone in Monday through Friday now, 4 p.m. through like 6:30, 7 p.m.-ish. And I'll do my best to continue to wheel that time down. But yes, afternoon crew, we here. 6 a.m. until further notice is abandoned indefinitely, okay? Morning crew, I love y'all. Please migrate with us to the afternoons, okay? That's where we at now. What's up? Sean says, sounds like hip-hop hospice. Did I read that right? Okay. Oh, but did I get a DM back yet from, because I'll do this real quick before I get out here if I got a response from this. Let me see. Let me see. I ain't hear from him yet. I DM Albial to see if he has any restrictions on his content on YouTube. The them copyrights will kick in automatically and shit. I want to play some of his music with y'all from his new mixtape. But I need the green light because I never played his shit before up here. And if I did, I'd probably play the clip that probably had to get edited out the live. So at some point in the next 12 months or so, I don't know. If we continue to do a lot of music reviews, these people will have to, just like some of the bigger reactors, they're going to have to cut us some slack, man. You know, one hand wash the other. They're going to have to let us start weighing in and doing some of these reviews and recaps. You know, I'm far off from a Knox or a No Life Shaq or a Screw or even a Jay Black when it comes to, you know, really honing in on music reviews and music reactions. But I'd love to do more of them shits. So I need to start getting cleared more from these, I don't want to say labels, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? These artists, I need to get cleared more on YouTube. And also in that respect, what was I just about to add to that as far as getting cleared from a YouTube standpoint? Yeah, we'll see. And if I do some of those live, you know, I can always chop them out, but I want them to remain after, you know, after the live is done. So, all right. When you're doing another battle, I'm retired, sir. So if you're looking for me to do anything battle rap related wise, please keep an eye out for one of two things: battles that I sponsor or full circles. And I'm doing a full circle lineup probably first quarter. There's a couple battles I want to get done. I'm looking at stuff like Easy versus Big K. I'm looking at stuff like Calico versus Show Off. I'm looking at stuff like Geechee's debut. I'm looking at stuff like Nitty's debut. I'm looking at stuff like Jazz's debut. I'm looking at some stuff. I'm looking at some stuff for the first quarter for a nice little fun full circle. I want to get my man Remedy Loco back on. There's a couple things I'm looking at for a full circle. So we'll see. Try to have some more fun in 2026 with that. Other than that, I'm out. Let me go hop in a fucking shower. I got some moves to make. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. All right, y'all? Be good.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry True Podcast. Welcome to the house up. And shout out to the members.
Without, I think still got a gun.